hello to you. Hope you've had a great week. So before the Sci-Fi roleplay begins today, I just want to add a few info notes at the beginning of the video. So we are going 2 centuries forward in this roleplay into the early 21st century, based on a timeline story I have developed for a long time, and this is like part 2 of this roleplay. If you want to check out part 1, just click on the link in the description. So remember what this roleplay takes place 2 centuries into the future, so in a fictional future, so there is a few things here you will not recognize from today, a few terms and stuff like that, and a few positions, like for example, share of the space coalition, you know, and the Nordic Union, stuff like that. Because it's 2 centuries into the future, I'm assuming what some new organizations and stuff have been established, and there's also the Secretary of Earth position, of course. So, and there is of course a series of fictional characters mentioned in the timeline, with me even playing one, you know. The news host, Conrad Miller, and his twin brother, reporter Calvin Miller. If you want additional lore about the timeline, check out the description of both videos, where I post additional lore entries to flesh out the timeline even more. Okay, so I just wanted to add that at the beginning. Now, I'm not going to take up any more time today. Hope you enjoy, and if you do enjoy this roleplay, click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot. Thank you. This is an order to all human colony worlds. Activate all defenses, and all military installations take no chances. It is important now more than ever that we stand together in this drastic hour of change for the human species. Honey, have you seen the news? Yeah, it's crazy. Just trust me, watch the news. You're not going to believe what's just happening. Madam Secretary, this is me. Yeah, I'm on the line. Yeah. So, I assume it's all true then? Okay. Well, this will have to be handled delicately, and with care then. Okay, I'll speak to you soon, Madam Secretary. This situation, it's just unreal. Hello? Apologies for being late. Apologies to all my viewers. Is the drone filming? Is the drones on? The drones are on? Good. I am going to be your news host today on this truly momentous and historic day in human history. We're going to get right to that soon. I apologize for being late. I'm going to explain that. I am your news host today. I am Conrad Miller, and as you can see, I've got my hair cut. So whether you're watching us from Galactic Net, Regular Net, EarthNet, or SimNet, know what we are going to be with you today. We here at the New Stars and Moons news channel. So, hope your week is going good, although I realize that many of you are now reeling after the shocking revelations earlier today, which we are going to be talking about very, very soon. But before we do, I'm just going to explain why I was late. You see, I was going to have waffles today. Waffles are delicious, and I thought I paid the robot at the waffle stand, but apparently there has to have been some kind of misunderstanding or glitch, because it didn't even go like 10 seconds, and when the robot came chasing after me, demanding I pay properly for my waffles, you know, it turns out I hadn't paid. So, what was an annoying and freakish incident? Have you ever had a robot chase after you? Like, yeah. Thankfully, I managed to pay it, and it was satisfied, you know. I mean, I know these robots just collect payment for the state. They are not really interested in it for any personal use, but still, it was quite adamant what I pay. So yeah, but aside from me getting into trouble with a robot, the day has been good so far. Anyway, I'm also going to do a short ad now before we get to the news story today. And later I'm going to do ASMR once again. This new ASMR phenomena called for deep tingle, because that's tingle deep tingle. Because that when I did that yesterday, a lot of our viewers responded very positively to that. So I'm going to once again do that today for you guys. Okay, let's just get to the first ad. So, well, I've been sponsored by the people who produce these beautiful small models, replicas of the kind of military cars they use on the human colony worlds. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? And here you can see the cannons they use during military operations on those worlds, And these have a double function. They both emit a sort of ultrasonic sound, and they can blast really wide areas. So this is a really beautiful small replica of the kind of cars they use on the human colony worlds, and they're available in stores right now to a very fair price. So, well, anyway, that's that. Okay, let's just get to the main news today, because I know a lot of you are just dying to get to that. So it's not long ago now, what, on this day, the 6th of April, 22, the year 2212, let that be noted in the historic records, what the President Charlie French came with a shocking announcement, the official recognition and announcement that we, humanity, is not alone in this universe. Many have suspected that for centuries, but now it's been confirmed. There is a whole galactic society of alien species out there, and even more shockingly, they want to contact us right now. We're all baffled and shocked by this announcement, and to be honest, it did not seem like the president wanted to make this speech. He seemed somber and serious in his speech, which is not usual for him to be. He's not usually been that somber and serious in his speeches, but today he was. And I believe that President French, more likely than not, has been forced by these alien species to come with this speech. The alien species apparently need help from humanity with something, but they have reassured humanity that they come in peace, and apparently they will land a contingent of representatives for the various species on Earth tomorrow to meet various Earth officials. So later today we are also going to be hearing from Secretary of Earth Lisa Jones. She is currently in Paris and she will hold a press conference there. We will hear from the chair of the Space Coalition, Elias Bachmann. He will hold a press conference on Earth's official space station. And then, we have many other state leaders also wishing to make a speech in regards to this new situation. Prime Minister of Britain, Davies, chair of the Nordic Union, Steffan Kvist, there are lots of state leaders looking to speak today. And it's understandable. We're all on edge now, we don't know what's coming now, and there are lots of conspiracy theories going around, lots of various opinions about everything today. And I'm sure all of you viewers have opinions on this truly strange situation as well. A situation I believe none of us ever thought we would really come to see. Aside from in screeners, This is the kind of thing which happens in screeners and game simulations. It doesn't happen in real life, and yet somehow now it happens to us. And if you're feeling nervous, I get that, but at least we've been reassured that we come in peace. Of course, not all on Earth believe that. Some people on Earth, especially on various extremist places online, have already said that the aliens aren't welcome on Earth and that humanity has to defend themselves, but this isn't an opinion shared by the majority of the population right now, thankfully. I do not believe we should provoke a war with alien beings, truly. Especially when they seem to have peaceful intentions towards humanity. So, I said it was probably not a joy for the president to make this speech. I'm sure a lot of state leaders would prefer a more gradual, more calm process than this drastic, brash and dramatic transition. I can confirm that in my 13 years as a news host, I have seen nothing like this. I know that 50 years ago humanity discovered the remains and remnants of a long extinct, or at least we assume they are extinct, alien species. But as said, that was different. Yes, it was historic, it was momentous back then, but this species was long extinct, most likely. At least that's the leading theory, so we couldn't have any contact with them. But now we have confirmed that there actually are living alien species out there waiting to contact us and will come tomorrow. Baffling, I know. I'm as shocked as all of you are. So yeah, there are no words, truly. There are no words. No words. So I'm just going to take this notebook here, just to get up our headline today, you know. Just to get the headline signed up. Okay, good. There, the headline should be in place now. It's on your screens, right? Good. And the drones are working. Yeah, everything seems fine. Good. I think we just need to take a few calm moments to just really digest what's been happening here, to let it sink in, and yeah, because as I've said many times now, there really are no words. We'll soon be joined by my twin brother, Calvin Miller. He is a reporter and he has been at the hall where the president made this shocking announcement and speech. And my twin brother has also gotten a haircut, so we'll soon get a live reportage from him and his experience today and what he has seen on the ground. You know, so he saw the president's speech live. He was there in person. So that's so we want to get Calvin Miller into play soon too. My twin brother. Okay, so we've had a few quiet moments now. We've let it sink in. I know it will probably take weeks before this truly sinks in, but still, yeah. You know what? We're just going to... Yeah, I'm getting in my twin brother now. Hey brother. Yeah, okay, so we're changing scenes now. We're shifting the stage. Yeah, okay, yeah. So let's hear what my twin brother, or reporter on the ground, has to say. Okay. Hello, brother. Hello. Is my drone on? Is my drone filming? It's filming, good. Hello, brother. I'm in here, live from the hall, or rather the old wing of the hall. It's not the most impressive looking part of the hall, but it's where I can do this reportage in peace without being interrupted by all the other chatter and noise going on this truly momentous and historic day. I have no words. I truly have no words. Yeah, and as I said, I have gotten a haircut too. Me and my brother both got a haircut. yesterday. Hello, brother. Hope you're doing well. So it's not a long time ago since President French, came with a shocking announcement that extraterrestrials, essentially aliens, are real. They're real. And they're alive today, and they're coming to greet us. And I am just as shocked and dumbfounded as everyone else right now. I mean, the various nets, Galactic Net, SimNet, all the nets. It's been blazing on the nets lately after that announcement. I think everyone's just shocked. So it will take a lot of time to process for all of us. And there have been so many reactions today. So, I witnessed the press conference of the president live. And after the announcement, people were just in disbelief and shock. There was so much muttering and chattering and whispering and, and the reactions have been all over the place on the nets. There are people who refuse to believe this. People who say it's just a hoax, what this can't be true. And then you have the people who are calling the governments traitors for inviting alien species to our home planets. But then there have been some positive reactions too, people saying that this is a new chapter, an era in human history, and that we should greet the aliens as friends. I'm not sure how to feel about all this, but from what I gathered from the president's speech, the aliens come in peace, and we want to interact with humanity. We want a diplomatic start with the relationship to humanity. According to the president, they're due to arrive with a diplomatic contingent representing their species, and there are apparently several alien species. They're about to arrive on Earth tomorrow. Tomorrow, on the 7th of April in morning, aliens will, for the first time in human history, officially arrive on Earth. And they have promised to not land on any of the human colonies. They do not want to give a bad first impression, it is claimed. So we're going to not land any contingents on the human colony worlds, so that we don't give off the wrong impression. Now, my sources tell me that they are interested in peace, and from what I gathered from my sources and the president's speech, we want peace and we want humanity's help, because apparently there is something happening in their galactic community right now, and that's why this has all happened so fast. That's why there's been no gradual process. That's why they've just contacted humanity and decided to reveal themselves, because they hope humanity can step in and sort of provide some stability to the chaos they're experiencing. It seems they're desperate, really. And I don't know what to think about all of this. I've repeated what I've said several times. Probably going to say it several times more. But I believe that the president and the various state leaders of the world are right to cooperate with the alien species, because, let's face it, these species are centuries ahead of us in technology. They're superior to us in military technology. They may be a millennia or so ahead of us, at least according to my sources. That means that if we decided to be foolish now and to enter a conflict with these species, it would most likely end very badly for humanity. I believe these species are very real, my sources indicate so. It's a turning point for humanity unlike any we've ever seen in human history. We're all shocked today. We all feel it. And there's lots of nervousness, lots of anxiety. I think we're all going to have some sleepless nights now because this is a major adjustment for us. As a species, yes, many of us have for centuries suspected there may be something out there. But, to suspect and for it to actually happen are two very different things. It's like in those old screeners, It's so weird, but it is happening. And there are other press conferences coming up from Secretary of Earth Lisa Jones, from Elias Bachmann, chair of the Space Coalition. By the way, I hope to go to space one day. I hear he wants to have the space station have the press conference at Earth's official space station in space. And the space station they use for press conferences and stuff. And I should totally be up there. Interesting fact for our viewers, by the way. Did you know that centuries ago they did not have artificial gravity on the space stations, so they floated around on the space stations? That would be hilarious for a press conference, right? Thankfully, we've had artificial gravity on our space stations for quite some time now, so the press and Chair Bachmann is not going to be floating around. I'm sure you have seen, I'm sure you've seen on some of the screeners with stories set centuries in the past what were floating around on the stations. But anyway, so yeah. And by the way, the Vice President Joshua Manillo, is also coming to visit the hall later and will join the President. And the Vice President will also say a few words. He has recently been visiting his home state of Texas, where he was a former governor, before he became Vice President. But now he is ready to depart Texas and travel here to the hall to join the President. I have tried to get some reaction and interviews from various officials in the administration, but so far no luck. The security guards here are very protective of the President and the various officials, and they're going to be protective of the Vice President too when he arrives, no doubt about that. They do not like us reporters that much, or the questions we have a tendency to ask. I saw another reporter actually get a little too close to one of the officials, and he was literally just yanked to the ground by one of the security guards. Like he was literally just pulled to the ground. I think they maybe broke his arm. I hope they didn't do that, but I don't want to pick a fight with these security guards, because they're probably juiced up by implants and stamina bars and stamina juice and stuff like that, so I don't want to pick a fight with them. Anyway, it's a strange day for all of us, but we have to make the best of it. So this is me, Calvin Miller, signing off. I'm whispering now to not attract the attention of the guards, because they will probably prefer to just whisk me away from here. So this is me, Calvin Miller, signing off, and I'm now sending the ball back to you, brother. Okay, so that was my twin brother, or reporter on the ground, coming with his assessment and views on the situation today. As you heard, the President has spoken, the Secretary of Earth will speak soon, and we're soon getting in the chair of the Space Coalition, Bachmann, who is also set to speak very soon. Let me just get up our headline. So, okay. Yeah, that's a headline, Bachmann will speak. He is usually calm and level-headed, but we'll see today if he'll be as calm and level-headed as usual, given the rather unique circumstances we find ourselves in today. Yeah, I know what, yeah, you know, it's just, yeah, it's a lot to take in. So, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Actually, it turns out I'm now getting in my ear from another reporter. The news conference is apparently done on Earth's space station. The chair of the Space Coalition, Elias Bachmann, has just spoken, and he was apparently just as calm and level-headed as he always is, which is very impressive. But he manages to keep his cool in this kind of situation. But he's known for that. That's probably also why he's so popular, you know. So he said it was important that humanity react rationally and reasonably, and that we do not immediately provoke the alien species, and that if we are diplomatic and friendly and kind, then this should go fine, and that there was no reason to worry. There was no indication or reason for the human colony worlds of Earth, he claimed, to start upping their military defense right now. He said that we were not under attack and there was no threat. The aliens come in peace. That's apparently, according to our reporter, according to one of our reporters, that's what Bachmann said. So we have to believe that's the case then. So Bachmann also warned against caving into anti-alien extremism and stuff like that, but said he had understanding for fear and anxiety some humans may feel, given this new and very, very new and strange development. So this is the same rational, level-headed and reasonable Bachmann we've always seen, you know. You know, and of course this new situation also explains why the governments have been activating all the research sites and stuff like that is in preparation for this meeting with species which are vastly superior in us to technology and which we probably can learn a lot from. They say humanity is about to become part of a much bigger picture than we can possibly fathom or imagine. And given what we've been told today, I believe him. Anyway, so Bachmann has spoken, and you know, Lisa Jones will speak, and lots of other people and state leaders all across the world. But you know what? I believe that now we focused a lot on this odd situation. Let's take our mind off that for a moment, because I think we need that now. We need to take our mind back to everyday stuff. So I'm going to do ASMR on you, just like I did yesterday. And I'm going to use this modern development of the ASMR phenomena. I mean, ASMR has been around for many centuries. I covered that in yesterday's news edition. But, today we are going to do the modern ASMR phenomena, tingle sense. So yeah, I just have to go and get some stuff for this ASMR thing. Yeah, okay. So there are some objects I want to use so we can truly get into the tingle sense in our brain. Okay. Hello to all our viewers. Hope you're still staying with us. I am Conrad Miller, your news host, and I have brought the items needed today to get into this tingle sense phenomenon. So, you know, advanced tech a few years ago came out with these scanners designed like old flashlights, like the flashlights of prior centuries, and you just plug them into your head and then it scans your brain and gets it ready for deep tingles. Like, just be patient. So if you have this from advanced tech at your home, just plug them in and just there. Now my brain is ready to tingle, and hopefully your brain will be as well. just adjust my tie a little bit here, you know. So there. And now I'm going to be using this memory chip just so my memories don't get tampered or cluttered with when we do this, you know. So I'm just going to download the sensitive parts of my memories into this chip, just to have safeguard them in case, you know, there have been a few accidents with this sort of tingles and stuff in the past. So it's heavily advisable to just download your memories into a separate server just to have a copy, and you can download them back afterwards, you know. But remember, these scanners do not take away your memories, they just copy the memories and keep them somewhere safe, so that if something happens to your memories during the tingle sense process, you can just download your copied memories again afterwards, so everything will be fine. So I widely, yeah, these are also from Advanced Tech, by the way. So okay. Take some time, just be patient. If you have these at home, just be patient. Better safe than sorry. Okay. Good. There, my memories are now safe in this box, and hopefully your memories are safe too. Hopefully you have a box like that at home. I know they can be kind of expensive, but they're worth it. Now I'm just going to do a tingle sense on you, and if your brain is scanned and your memories are stored in the storage box, we should be fine. Okay, just relax. To all viewers out there, just relax. And we should really reach into the depths of your tingly brain and act as a tingle sense trigger for you to enjoy. So you can relax and just enjoy. Tingle sense, tingle sense. I'm going to use these projector glasses to just sort of bring the scan to all the viewers out there. I'm assuming all viewers are wearing their holo glasses too, so that our brains are all connected to the net, so that the tingle and the deep tingle sense really gets into your brain. Tingle, tingle sense, tingle, tingle sense, tingle trigger, tingle, tingle, deep tingle, tingle sense, tingle, tingle, and just relax, relax. And if some of our viewers want, sleep, relax, and tingle. Okay, so I believe we're done for today with the Tingle Sense ASMR stuff. Now, remember to just be certain to add your memories back, you know. You don't want to keep them in the copy disk for too long, because that can cause complications too. So just there, they should be added back. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to assume most of our viewers have this stuff at home, but if you don't, maybe you can borrow it from someone, or you can get some of the used versions cheap certain places. But it's a worthy investment if you want to experience the tingle sense properly. Anyway, let's move on in today's news edition. Yeah. So actually we're going to move on to an ad today from Simtech, or rather, and Simtech is a department of Advanced Tech. So they have this beautiful box in which they store various implants and stuff. I did an ad for that in yesterday's news edition. but what we're going to be talking about today isn't actually the implants box. It is rather where simulated, apologies. It is rather where simulated technology, where simtech, essentially. And so, to prepare for the day you are about to depart this earth, they have provided everyone with simulation machines to make the transition to passing away that much easier. Although simtech cannot stop or hinder the process of passing away, it can delay it and prolong your life, and can help you get extended time to say goodbye to the people you love. It can prolong your active life for like between 10 to 20 years, sometimes 8. It varies from individual to individual and depending on what kind of conditions you have. And it can make the last, and it can prolong sort of the state between being alive and going to like 30 years. But be aware that the last 10 years you will essentially be asleep and in a dreaming process. But this is thankfully, due to the advancement techs manifest with simtech, a very peaceful and healing process, a good process. It's been very usual the recent years that families, before their loved one who is about to pass away enters into the dream state, says goodbye to that person, because after they enter the dream state, they become impossible to contact in the same way anymore. But I heavily advise checking out simtech, if you can afford it, for a safer, more peaceful and more friendly way of passing away from this life to the next. So anyway, that was the ad for today. And now we're going to I'm just going to add a headliner. Now we're going to get into another news story, which has been a relevant news story for many centuries. Will world peace ever be possible? We humans have made incredible technological advancements in medicine, art and science, but unfortunately also in weapons and military. And although we have struggled to achieve world peace for many centuries now, so far full-scale world peace has eluded us. Will it ever be possible one day? Peace activists have hoped that for centuries. But in the 2 recent centuries we've seen the outbreaks of conflicts, including major conflicts, epidemics and pandemics, and even some natural disasters. But now in this new century, the 23rd century, we are hoping that world peace is possible. And it's more important than ever, because the military industry is now closer than ever to developing weapons which can at worst destroy a planet, just like in the old sci-fi screeners, you know. And that, well, those weapons can be quite dangerous, and it shows why we have to at all costs avoid what another major conflict in the world and in the galaxy breaks out. We have to maintain the peace at all costs. You know, we've had destructive weapons for centuries, but now we're talking about weapons that have not been developed yet, but we are close to doing it. Weapons which potentially can destroy worlds, or at least large parts of a world, and that's scary. So hopefully world peace will soon be possible, or at least that's what many peace activists now are actively hoping for. But that will be possible very, very soon. I think it will be a laser idea to achieve world peace. Anyway, we're moving on. So, So, in recent decades, especially the most recent decade, we've seen the rise of advanced tech, AD tech, and where towers and buildings dominate places in the galaxy, on human colony worlds, and on Earth. I'm sure you've seen the towers with the huge ad tech letters, advanced tech letters. Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere in every major city these days. And they've offered implants and stuff, and now they have started to become a very, very serious competitor to the old company, which dominated the markets in the past century, Supernova. Because it was Supernova who in the late 2120s brought us faster than light travel, and then in the 2130s cracked the code to wormhole traveling, enabling us to traveling between faraway galaxies and settling other worlds in other systems in the galaxy, enabling us to travel to other systems in the galaxy. We haven't really been able to travel to other galaxies yet, but we're enabled to travel to other systems in our galaxy. And that led Supernova to become the dominant company in the 20th century. And they dominated everything from candy and chocolate brand markets to faster than light markets to furniture markets. Supernova became super famous, you know. And but now they're in decline, to be honest. That's the news story today. Supernova is in decline due to the rise of two main rivals: advanced tech, offering cutting-edge technology in space travel and implants and SimTech. And of course also the new Galactia brand, which now sells chocolate, which has become super popular with the younger galaxy wide. And because of these things, Supernova is now struggling due to strong competition from these two rivaling companies, who are now capturing younger audiences, just like Supernova did in the 2120s to 2130s. Okay. And of course, Supernova, let's not forget that, based all its work on the science projects which was done in the 2070s to 2130s in the Alps. You know, in the Alps region, significant scientific technology and breakthroughs were made in that area in the late 21st century and the early 20th century. Yeah, the Alps is still a beautiful region today, by the way. They've done a lot to preserve the climate and the nature of the region. I'd advise a visit. Love the Alps, it's a beautiful region. But anyway, it was the Alps, it was the scientific projects and the various research labs in the Alps, which in the 2080s brought us true, proper holographic technology and true artificial gravity in space. True, we had experimented a little with artificial gravity before the 2080s too, and there had been small projects in terms of that, but it was in the 2080s it became widespread, and that allowed artificial gravity for all Earth's spaceships and space stations. And you know what became important, because during the course of the 20th century we developed spaceships and true proper space technology. Of course, the projects in the Alps also provided a fundament for faster than light travel. Back in the 2070s, the people in the Austrian and French and Swiss Alps projects hoped they would be the one to crack the code to faster than light travel. They did not succeed, but they provided a fundament for the company Supernova to succeed 60 years after, in the 2120s, 2130s. So it was a very, very important fundament laid back then. Anyway, I believe that's all our news stories for today. I also just want to add various... Yeah, I have yeah, we are getting in some comments from, some reaction to the main news story today. Some reactions online regarding our main news stories today about the confirmation of extraterrestrials. You have Lisadora90 who has commented what she's... Yeah, these are comments from all the various nets, from various users. She is saying, Lisadora90 is saying, she wants to be with an alien and have its alien babies. Okay, moving on to an account called I Hate Alien Beings, where it says, join the anti-alien resistance, do not trust the governments. What's he writing here? Remember, we humanity must stand strong together against all alien and outer world influences. Join the alien resistance today and stand up against the traitors in the governments giving our world and its resources to aliens. Okay, so that's another reaction. And then you have another reaction from I don't believe this. Obviously this is a government hoax. This just can't be true, and until clear proof is provided I will remain skeptic. That's another reaction. And then you have another person's reaction who is just called 00, and he or she is saying, this is clear proof that nothing is real, there is no reality, it's all just an illusion. So remember that, question your reality every day. So yeah, we have someone who's obviously gone deep down the rabbit hole here. Understandable, but probably not the best way to deal with this. But then we also have some positive reactions, like, Lisa Jones, the Secretary of Earth, just posted an official message on one of her online accounts, and she is welcoming the alien species, hoping to have a prosperous and good working relationship with them. And then we have another guy called for I love aliens. I'm looking so forward to making new aliens friends. This is so fun. I love this happening. So yeah, lots of different reactions today. So well, that was all for today. Hope you're all going to have a good day. I know it's a lot to take in today, with the confirmation of extraterrestrials and stuff, and their apparent arrival on Earth tomorrow. But hopefully we'll get through it all together. Wish you all a lazy, happy day.